I'm Julie, and welcome to the Annapolis Pearl Gallery's Feature Artist Program. Today we're meeting Kay Fuller, who's one of our founding members of our co-op here in beautiful downtown Annapolis. And Kay's going to talk to us about how she got involved with art and her whole learning process and her travels. And welcome, Kay.
Thank you.
So, Kay, you've not been an artist your whole life, have you?
No, not at all.
Tell me how you began.
I met an artist that I really liked her work at the Highlands Festival in Abingdon, Virginia. That was back in 2004. And she says, well, come to Europe with me next spring and I will teach you how to do this.
That's not that long ago, 2004. So
yeah,
you've not been doing this that long.
A little over 20 years.
Okay.
Started out with watercolor, and our first trip was to Provence. I took cheap paper, cheap brushes, cheap paint, and had terrible results, but I really was bitten by the whole thing and wanted to learn, so I took many different lessons and learned to do watercolors, which I did exclusively for about 5 years. And then I changed to acrylic and mixed media and oil, and so I like to do it all.
So many of your works are inspired by your travels.
They are.
And that's amazing that you can do this standing on the side of a road.
Oh, sitting probably. We get a little table and a little chair, and we schlep our stuff to some place we like and paint. This house was in La Roque-Guelrec, and it's a very pretty scene that my teacher, Janice Beck, actually had us do an exercise with this where we were passing it around past the canvas.
Really?
This one is not that.
Okay.
I loved it so much that I had to do it myself. So that one wasn't in plein air, but it was inspired by it.
When you do plein air, do you complete the project where you are, or you take it back? Okay, so you take it back to your hotel room or wherever you are, okay, and work with me.
And this year, because so many of us are older, we did not schlep our stuff in Tuscany. We got photo references and inspiration and sketches and went back to the farm. We were on an agriturismo, which is a farm that has lodging. So we went back to the farm. In the afternoon we would paint, morning explore, afternoon paint. And these pieces are all,
these are watercolor?
These are watercolor, and they were inspired either by what was around the farm or a market we went to.
So, Kay, you do a little bit of everything. You do acrylic, watercolor, your oysters are highly textured. I don't know what you're doing with
plaster.
A plaster. And then you also do really cool mixed media with a lot of words and texture and music, and you've incorporated so many different elements into everything she does. I don't know if you can hold up like this. This is mixed media too, isn't it?
The whole thing was covered with this sort of a background, and I drew her face on and painted her face and painted. It was push and pull, but I love what I left behind. And so I embellished it a little bit with some additional paint, but that's Delphinia. She's number 4 of a series of ladies.
She's beautiful. If I can put her back in place, and maybe not. There we go. I'm gonna hold her down here, so I don't want to mess her up. The really cool thing is there was another you before you found art.
Oh, absolutely.
So
there was
tell me about that.
Left brain controlling me.
Okay.
I managed a medical practice with 5 offices in Maryland, Virginia, and DC. So I had to make sure all the I's were dotted and the T's were crossed. And so after I retired from that, my right brain wanted to get out and play. So I started with art, and then I went to music, and I play the flute. I don't play as much as I did before COVID, but I took flute lessons for many years.
I love how you found another facet to who you are. And you didn't take art classes as a child, or you really didn't know that this was a hidden talent, because you're amazing.
Painted my face every day.
Okay, but I mean, that's encouraging to others, to let them know that there's so much more to who we are, and that you can find other dimensions. Tell me a little bit about some of the most recent trips. You just came back from Italy.
Tuscany.
And where have you been before that?
We've been to Provence about 3 times,
Mm-hmm.
Umbria in Italy twice, the Amalfi Coast, Andalusia in Spain, and Nafplio, Greece.
And in all of these locations, you've been doing plein air painting or
Plein air
taking
painting.
classes.
All but one trip I've done watercolor because it's easier to carry. You
Mm-hmm.
just have a little palette and usually paint smaller.
Okay.
And but one trip I took oils.
Oh, wow.
I took a cheap set of oils and just tossed them out after I had opened them.
Got it.
Traveling with paint can be a little bit dicey because of TSA
Yes.
requirements. And,
But that's why
Just-
watercolor's a little easier. You can, yeah,
Mhm.
I gotcha.
yeah, put water mixable
Mm-hmm.
paint.
Well, the thing that really impresses me about you so much is that you're constantly learning. There's always new textures and art pieces coming into the gallery. She is creating prolifically. So please come to the Annapolis Pearl Gallery at 32 West Street, right across from Ram's Head. We are open 6 days a week, and we work here. All the artists actually work here. So you're very likely to actually meet Kay and have her talk in person with you about her art. So thank you for joining us.